Entrepreneurs rarely fail because of one single event. They fail because that one single event is allowed to trigger 10 more. And this is called the domino effect. A small push that knocks the entire tiles down. Like, picture this, a very familiar small business scenario. A big client delays the payment. That then impacts the cash flow of the organization, which then leads to delayed salaries of employees. For month 1, they may adjust. For month 2, they may adjust. Month 3 onwards, they struggle to understand that there is a real problem with the client or your organization itself, which means they fall into doubts about continuity of the organization, which leads to lower motivation, which leads to lower commitment, and then it leads to performance issues, which then leads to losing further clients. And you know what happens then? One of your best employees may get a call from a recruiter, and this is the first time they start to take that seriously, which they were not taking it just because they had trust in the organization. And if they start to take that seriously, then your entire chain of events also further goes for a toss. Just because you were stressed on cash, you delayed one important machine's maintenance contract. What happened was, the machine, which was already problematic, that starts to slow down, that starts to get a toll, which leads to deliveries taking an impact, which leads to customer confidence then shaking up. Now this mental stress of cash leading to stress of people, leading to stress of machinery, deliveries getting impacted, this starts to come on your face. This starts to come in your behavior in the meetings, and everyone in the team starts to get it. The energy in the room goes down. People stop bringing the bad news, which means they are now taking it under the carpet, which is further worse for your organization. Now you are under pressure for cash, which took you to under pressure for machinery and production, which took you to under pressure for deliveries, and that took you to under pressure for talent, that took you to under pressure for existence of your organization. This is called the domino effect, my dear friends. Now, most of the entrepreneurs see it as everything went wrong at the same point in time. But if you rewind the scenario, nothing went wrong at the same point of time. It happened like a series of events, one after the other, because you did not look at how you should manage the event number 1, and that small issue which was not contained in time, that led to 10 other issues. In many postmortems of failed businesses, you will always see this: one single mistake, and reaction to that mistake was something that led to 20 other things. And here is the uncomfortable reality, that one trigger in most of the cases was because of an event which was outside of your control. But the second, the third, the fourth domino in most of the cases was within your control. But reaction to that was in a manner which made things look bad. So essentially, except the first domino, everything else was a mindset issue, not a market issue. Therefore, my dear friends, the core question of this series is very simple. How can you think and respond in a manner that can contain one issue within its own impact, rather than making it spill across the organization and take it to the larger domino effect? In these 5 parts, we will break this into the actions that an entrepreneur can take to make sure that the reaction to situation is different in a manner which is very well aware of and can stop your business from failing. In part 1, you have seen the picture and the stakes. In part 2, we will talk about the first mindset shift that is very important. It is moving from the catastrophe mindset to a containment mindset. From everything is collapsing to this problem stops here. So when are you ready to join me in part 2? That is the mindset shift 1. Catastrophe mindset to containment mindset. Thank you.
The first domino may not always be in your control, but whether the next 5 fall usually is. In part 2, we'll explore how smart entrepreneurs contain problems early instead of emotionally amplifying them.